Hello and welcome to the MSTAR training session to associate the items under a selected item group to stores. Before you can start this activity, you need to ensure that the item groups are already associated to the stores through the screen Stored Item Group Association. This is a mandatory step for the inventory flow, and an item's stock in hand or its rate is updated in this screen. Let us see the steps to associate the items with the stores. Click on button MSTAR and select Module Inventory. The name of the module appears in the main screen, which means that you're now working in the inventory module. Click on the button Activities and select the screen Stored Item Association. Now as the screen opens, click on the box next to the store name and the list of the store names as applicable in the school will appear. Click a store name for which the store item association needs to be done. As you select the store name, the store in charge will appear in the screen. Then click on the box next to the item type and select the item type under which the items needs to be associated. Then click on the box next to the item group and list of all the item groups which are associated to the store will appear. After this, click on the item code box and the list of all the item codes appear. In case you remember an item code, you can just click on the item code and the item description based on the item code will get displayed. In case you don't remember the item code, you can click on the button Search and it will open a window showing the details of the items. In this, it is showing the serial number, the group code, the group description, that is the item group description, the code of the item description, the unit of measurement for the item rate, opening balance and stock in hand, which will be further entered in this screen itself. So in case you want to select a specific item from this list, double click on the item name and it gets displayed in the main screen. So the item code along with the item description and the unit of measurement as saved for the item gets displayed. Now click on the box next to the verifier and it will display the list of the employees. Select the name of the employee from the list who will verify the requisition raised for this particular item. Whereas, click on the button next to the approver and select an employee from the employee list who will approve the request for this item. In the next fields, issuable to, select whether the item will be issuable to the approver of the requisition or the requester. Then, in the next fields, opening balance, enter the opening balance of the item at the start of the year. You can enter maximum 7 characters in this field and only numbers are allowed. Decimals are also allowed, but no special characters other than dot are allowed. In the next field, enter the stock in hand. This is the current stock in hand of the item. You can enter maximum 8 characters in this field, and this field along with the opening balance field is a mandatory requirement for saving the details in the screen. In the stock in hand screen, decimals can also be entered, but no special characters are allowed except the point for decimals. In the next field, closing balance, enter the closing balance of the particular item. Again, you can enter maximum 8 characters in this field and only numbers are allowed. This field is an optional field for saving the details. Decimals are also allowed. Now, enter the closing date in the box next to the closing date for the item. The date has to be entered in the date format, which is date, month and year. Reorder level, enter the reorder level, that is the minimum level which needs to be maintained for this particular item. This is an optional field along with the closing balance, and you can enter maximum 8 characters in this field and only numbers and decimals are allowed. After this, in the section Rate and Surcharge, enter the effective date from which the surcharge of the item will get applicable. This date has to be more than the store date. In the next field, enter the item's average rate for issue. This is a mandatory field for saving the details, and you can enter maximum 8 characters in this field, and only numbers are allowed along with the decimals. After this, select the surcharge type which is to be levied to the users, whether it is in amount or percentage. If in amount, then a fixed value of surcharge will be applicable, whereas if percentage is selected, then the percentage amount will get calculated. So let us enter the amount. Select the amount as surcharge type or as applicable, and in the box next to the surcharge rate employee, enter the rate of surcharge, that is a fixed amount of surcharge for employees. You can enter maximum 6 characters in this field, and only numbers are allowed. This is also an optional field for saving the details. Decimals can also be entered. In the next field also, enter the surcharge rate to the student. This also has to be entered up to 6 characters, and only numbers are allowed. Decimals are also allowed, and this is also an optional field in the screen. In the section YTD, that is year till date, the receipts, issues, rejections will get automatically populated for the item based on the inventory transactions. After entering these details, click on button Save, and the data saving confirmation message is received. Click OK on the confirmation message. Click on the clear button to clear the screen, and let us again select the item to check the entries done. So, on selecting the item, we see the details as last saved appearing successfully. Click on the clear button to clear the screen. In case any updates needs to be made to the store item association, then again select the store type, select the item type, select the item group, and select the item code, which now displays the details that we just entered. In case you want to change or update any data, the same can be done. After updating the changes, click on button Save, and the data saving confirmation message is received. You may want to retrieve the same and check the updates. So select the item group and select the item code, and the details as last updated appears on the main screen. Click on the clear button to clear the screen, and repeat these steps to associate or update more items to different stores. Thank you for watching this video.